What's up, suckers? Well, it's been a while, but I have one more pathetic attempt in me to get the gar bindings. Meanwhile, I know I was checking actually this morning, and I know that my healing's broken. My healing is not working right. There's a bit of overhealing going on. It's not bad. It's not so bad that I can't do every boss in Molten Core, but it's not 5 minute multiboxing quality healing right now. Some of it has to do with dedicated healers. Maybe all of it has to do with dedicated healers and double healing. So um, we're gonna get rid of dedicated healers for a little while tonight, and maybe I'll even teach some people a few lessons on how to code. How do you code? How do you do what you do? Oh, I'll tell you how I do what I do. You all gotta do what I do. You gotta do what I do. You know why? Because it's gonna make you epic when Classic WoW comes out. People at Blizzard are probably like, why are we doing this Classic WoW? Oh my god, it's so 2003. And, there's a whole bunch of people out there that are just like, oh, I can't wait for Classic WoW. Oh, I can't wait for. They don't even know why they can't wait for Classic WoW. Whoa, somebody didn't fly. But they can't wait for Classic WoW. I don't even know why I can't wait for Classic WoW. Well, I know why I can't wait for Classic WoW. I can't wait for Classic WoW to see if I can use some of my scripts. What's up, OWE? Have you heard of Phoenix releasing tomorrow 12x rate server and multiboxing allowed just like VG? No, I have not heard of that. I have not heard of that. That sounds very interesting. However, I will say that even with 12x multiboxing, leveling 40 people can be very difficult, and it can be very, an extreme grind. But I may, now that you've told me about it, I may look into it and see if if that's something I want to do. I got burned a little bit on Project Azeroth. It's gone now. The multi-boxing server I used to play on is now gone. At least it was yesterday. And when you spend a good amount of time getting 40, 80 tunes, forget 40, 80 tunes up to level 60, it kind of there's a bit of melancholy there to know that those tunes are all gone. Now, Project Azeroth did what it was supposed to do for me. I wanted to test my system on another server, uh, real server, something closer to what Classic WoW is going to be when it comes out. And I did. And I got all the testing I wanted to get in. Um, and I can tell you that um, these private servers who have kind of uh, lifestyle improvements, ease of life improvements are way better than original vanilla servers, because there's a whole bunch of crap that you just don't need to deal with to have the vanilla flavor, to have the vanilla um, experience. So, I'm okay with getting the vanilla experience without being puritanically vanilla correct. Unless, and I will make one exception to that statement, unless it is absolutely going to be around forever. And that's why the classic WoW servers, I'll take my time, level 5 at a time, whatever. It better be free to play. If it's not free to play, I will level 1 and I will borrow other people's characters and we will gather them all up. Well, I'll gather a whole bunch of characters up, 39 other people's tunes, and I will run them on the weekends if they can't get into I mean, everybody can get into raids. You know, when it's going to be Blizzard servers, everybody's going to be able to get into raids. But you'll be able to get into my raid with a lot less gear requirement. Yeah, that's right. You won't have to be wearing hardly anything to get into my raid. So, and you will get gear from my raid. And you don't even have to work for it. Just log in the morning. You're in Europe. Oh, I wonder if Todd did anything for my. Whoa! I got full my gear. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work. It's gonna be good, but only if they keep it original. You know, unchanged from vanilla. Has to be unchanged. So tonight, tonight I am going to try to teach you how to do something. I may even teach you how to do a little more than something. To be awesome, to be amazing, and to dominate players who don't know how to do what you do. And you're going to be dominating. I'm telling you, man. Number one dominator. Does anybody remember that song? It's like from the 80s or something. Very early 90s, if not the 80s. Number one dominator. Look it up, man. It was some kind of soccer song. You guys in Europe must know it. Okay, let's get in there. Oh, I see Dre's on. I probably have to tow him through. But you know what? Tonight I'm going to go right to. Um, I'm going to go right to Gar. Yeah, going right to Gar. I'm not going to mess around because I don't know how much of my heart is in this tonight. What's going on? Why are you guys not moving? So let's see. Let's see how it goes. Um, what's my gold count at? Gold is at 23,000. Seems okay. Um, I'll make a little more gold over the next few weeks. Um, I've never been a big gold maker. Never been a big money maker. I've never capped out an account. You know, I've never gotten 999,000 gold, or in vanilla it's something like 700,000 or 800,000 gold is your gold cap, and just never been that guy. You know, not just I'm just not dedicated enough. But I get enough gold to get by on this server anyway. Wow, gold on another server. The other server I was talking about was very hard to come by. Nobody had epic mounts. So it does kind of take an actual working economy to make massive gold as a multi-boxer. If you have no working economy, that is not a bunch of 1Bs playing on your server and your server packed to the gills, obviously you can't make any money. You've got to sell things to the vendor, and that's a grind. That's a real grind. So did not love that part of my little vacation on another server. Did not love that at all. So OWE on my chat. Are you going to Phoenix and you're going to try out their 12x mode? Are you going to go over there, and are you maybe even going to multi-box on Phoenix? Is Phoenix a reliable server? This is actually kind of foremost in my mind right now. And you know what? Let me tell you a story. When I first went to Project Azeroth, I had an interaction with the owner of the server on PA. His name's Chaos, and my first question to him was, "How are you getting money for this?" Because servers that don't get money don't survive. It is only servers don't run on goodwill. They don't run on the hard work of moderators. Servers run on money. And if you're not getting money, your server is temporary. Your server is a novelty for a while. And his answer was, "Well, I don't have to pay anything for my servers." You know what? I was dubious of that answer at first, and I really didn't buy it. That's saying I don't have to pay money for a server is not the same thing as saying I'm making money. You need to make money. In any case, I was worried that that server would not be, would not have the longevity of the 8.5 year project, 8.5 year vanilla gaming server. And guess what? Guess whether I was right about that or not. I was right about that. Right? That was a really stupid thing to say. But was I right? Of course I was right. Servers run on money. And all of you little millennial kids who think, "Oh man, you don't need to charge money. Why do you have to charge me money?" The money that a server, like a pay to win server, or just a pay store server, a server with a cosmetic store, that money, you think, "Oh, they're taking money from me." They're giving you a service. The money that you pay servers like that makes it better than a free server. It's always going to be better than a free server. If you don't believe me, go on any pay to win server, put it up against any free server over the long haul. Anybody can be free for a few months. Anybody can be free for a few months. Anybody can be free for a year. But give me that, and I'm not just talking about vanilla servers. I'm talking about any gaming system. Any gaming system. I will put up any pay to win or cosmetic purchases or pay to level, anything like that. I'll put that up against any of your stupid ass free fun servers over the long haul any day of the week. And that's the fact. Money does make the world go around. Money makes everything work better. And so, I would much more invest my time in a server that I know is going to be around next year than in a server that is a flash in the pan and is going to be gone. That's just a time sink. That's a time waste. Some of the characters that you see in my raid right now, they have been around literally 5 years. Now, I haven't been playing solid for 5 years, but I've made them. I've gone away from the game, maybe come back, gone away again. 5 years. And they're still there. That's the kind of server you want. That's the vanilla server you want. Longevity and persistence is much more important than every other single characteristic of a server. Every other single characteristic is completely annihilated by longevity and persistence of server. So if you are trying to pick among all these vanilla servers, believe me when I say, pick the one that is going to be around next year and the year after that. Look 2 years into the future and say, is this server really going to be here 2 years from now? Because you know what? You're going to be here 2 years from now, and you're probably still going to like WoW 2 years from now. Probably still going to like vanilla WoW 2 years from now. You know why? Because it's like Monopoly. It's a commodity. It's a game. It's fun for the whole family. It's going to be fun for a century. Now, I don't think Monopoly is a very fun game, but I mean, you get my point. Some people do. Some people still play Monopoly. Poker. Call it poker. It's like poker. Everybody likes poker, right? So it's like poker. It's going to be fun for centuries. All right, maybe that's kind of an overreach, but it will certainly be fun for decades longer. And not because it's going to be the best thing out there for decades longer. No, there's going to be an air of nostalgia that goes with it, and an air of permanence that goes with it. This was Vanilla WoW. This is how things worked, and you know what? It kind of worked, and it was fun. But regardless of whether it was fun or not, this is how it all started. This was the MMO that sucked all the oxygen out of the room. This was the MMO that made you forget EverQuest. This was the MMO that made you forget Asheron's Call. This was the game that made you forget StarCraft for a while. This was the game that made you forget Warcraft completely. And Age of Empires, gone. How many AoE players became WoW players? I wager almost all of them. So there is nostalgic flavor to be had here in Vanilla WoW. Is it the best version of WoW? Hell no. Hell no. WoW was there are some perfect, what I consider very close to perfect versions of WoW. All right? Very close to perfect versions of WoW. I'm not gonna go into which releases I think are the perfect releases, because other people will have their own opinion about that. But this is not the best version of WoW, but it is the first version of WoW, and just because of that, it makes it old school cool. And everybody likes old school cool. Am I right? Am I right, niggas? Everybody likes old school cool. So, stay with me while we go on a journey, a speed run journey to get our bindings. We're going to skip everything else. We're just going to go get bindings, and I'm not going to invite people in. I'm just going to run my boys. I haven't even buffed. Have I buffed? I did buff. I buffed a little bit. Is anybody dead? I don't know. Doesn't look like anybody's dead. Oh, somebody's not even in here. Oh, jeez. Someone did not even come with us. Komal, you know who you are. Let's run Komal down. Put him in cat form so he can jump down and not get damaged. Oh, man. That reminds me of my favorite version of WoW. I'm not telling you what it is, but it is my favorite. Ah, it was so good. It was so good. But you know what? When it comes right down to it, I have a lot of favorite versions of WoW. There were patch releases that I just adored just because I did some of the funnest things I ever did on those releases. And Vanilla is one of those releases, by the way. Vanilla definitely definitely had some of the most fun I have ever had in WoW um, since in Vanilla. And I intend to relive some of those days. Um, I do intend to relive some of those days in the near future when Classic WoW comes out. All right, we're all here. Let's loot my Nagas. Meanwhile, I might try to fix this issue that we're having. Okay, so one thing's new today. I have 150 megabits per second Ethernet now, and I really want to see if it makes any difference. It feels really good right now, I can tell you that. It feels real strong right now. I feel like rubber banding is extremely low. And, you know, when rubber banding is low, it makes your schlong grow. So I've got the keyboard on today so you can see, you know, what buttons I press and maybe learn something. Probably not. I mean, if you haven't learned it yet, you're never going to learn it. Because, I mean, you've seen me run these bosses so many times now. Yeah. All right, watch the key presses there, bro. Very important the way I press those keys, bro. That was a big win. That's how it's done, bruh. Bruh. Bruh's gone. That was the only good moment out of that Family Guy this weekend. Bruh's gone. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Family Guy this weekend. It's about millennials. And I very much enjoyed the digs on millennials. I have a bunch of millennials as my kids. Now, my millennials are great. They're great millennials, all right? My millennials are better than your millennials. I'll throw mine up against yours any day of the week. Um, but that's not to say your millennials aren't great, but mine are just really, really good, and I'm really proud of them. Um, they're going to be strong, they're going to be successful, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Let's get the Surger. Come here, Surger. Ooh, that's some good DPS right there. Let's go check the DPS. Deeps. What was the deeps? Only 4,400. 4,400 single target. I mean, you guys in the T2 and the T2.5 and the T3 are like, I could do that solo. But I mean, forgive me, it's good DPS. What are you gonna do? Kill this molten giant. Yeah, so I spent the weekend not playing games. I spent the weekend doing a lot of different things and basically just thinking about where I was going to go with gaming, with multi-boxing and everything. And I mean, I didn't come to any real strong conclusions, but it was a good cleansing weekend. Well, not so cleansing. I mean, I drank more this weekend than I have in a long time. But there was a lot of celebrating to do. I mean, my daughter just finished her first week on the job, in her new job, just getting paid bank money. My son basically got told he has a job as soon as he graduates. other two kids are doing great. My daughter's going to get proposed to by her boyfriend because he told me about that this weekend. So it's it's huge, man. What's up, Dave? What's up, Dave? It's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, I know it's only been like 5 or 6 days, but it seems like a long time for me. Seems like a long time. I took 2 weeks off a while back, but I mean, nobody cared because I wasn't on vanilla gaming anymore. So they were just like, well, whatever. He doesn't play on vanilla gaming anymore. He sucks, man. What a fag. What a fag. He's a fag. And you know what? There may be some truth to that. Anytime I get on the Alliance, man, you gotta question my sexuality. I'm offended by that remark. Baby, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Oh, man, I'm singing. Let's kill all these guys. Kill them all. Kill them all. I'm gonna hand move some tanks around. I'm hand moving tanks. I don't care. I don't care, man. I do what I want. Is there a dog here? There's a dog here. Let's sheep the dog. Dog sheeped. Keep that dog sheep, man. Shoot. Let's back the hunters up. Hunters are just gonna keep popping the sheep, but I don't care. We're gonna keep healing. We're gonna keep killing the sheep. Alright, I'm taking the assignment off the sheep. People dying, man. Shit. Fuck, man. People dying and shit. Bursting. Gorehound's going bye-bye. Let's wake somebody up out of their stupor. Boom. Yeah, that's a druid res. That was the number 8 key I just spammed. Anybody else dead? Yeah, there's some other people dead. 2 other deaths. I can't be sloppy like this around the hot corner, because then I'll just wipe. You do live in the Bay Area, so yeah, he says about my my alternative lifestyle comments. Shut up, man. We're not all gay here. That's a cliche. I'm being profiled. I'm being profiled. I'm going to report you to the Twitter authorities. All right. Sash of Mercy. Not bad. Those sell for money. I need some more. Right. Let's skin that dog. Skinning you, dog. I don't know why I skin dogs, but I mean, every little bit helps, bro. Let's do a little more buffing because we're approaching the hot corner. So I'll just wave my arms around to see if my camera's still working. Fucking camera. Sorry great-grandchildren, great-grandpa swears. If you're watching this 50 years in the future, what's up? What's up, man? I'm doing this for you, great-grandchildren. You guys are awesome. Dave, I am on TeamSpeak, so feel free to jump on. Jump on it. Jump on it, on it, on it, on it. I am destroying pixels. When it comes right down to it, when you're a PvE guy, you go through dungeons to get better gear, to go through better dungeons, to get better gear, to go through better dungeons. There's no way around it. That is why we PvE. Unless you're a PvE guy to PvP, in which case, I mean, that's a whole nother story. You want to hear the screams of your foes and the wails of their women. Yes, that's why we PvP. Did I say PvP? I hope I said PvP.
User entered your channel.
Ah, there he is. Right. But yes, we want to hear the rage quits of your opponents and the whiny wails on the forums.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Let's do a sound check. Say something again.
Something.
All right. So
Again.
I think you'll be coming through on the audio. Okay.
I just had a Windows update and it disabled the setting that lets all the apps use the microphone.
Oh, how nice! Just a little present from Bill Gates.
Windows 10.
I guess Bill Gates really didn't have anything to do with Windows 10. Not that it would have been better if he did.
He was done by Windows 98 or XP, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was done, quite a ways back. I don't know if he was part of the tragedy of Windows 8. I think he was not.
'98 was good. XP was good.
XP was great. Windows 7 was good. Windows 7 is what I use, man.
7 was the best.
7 is the best. It's actually the most used operating system in the world still. How about that? At least on PCs. I think overall.
ATM's XP is still probably number one for just devices. So there's a lot of old stuff still running XP. Just because it will never be updated.
Yep. There was nothing wrong with XP. I thought XP was great. Windows 7 was simply the first working replacement for XP that I cared about. Because Vista did come in between there somewhere, and I never even touched Vista.
Only problem with XP was like it. I know there was a 64-bit version, right? But I think you were still RAM limited.
Were you?
After a certain point, you couldn't use more than 4 gigs of RAM on XP or something like that.
Okay, well, that would have been a major limitation. Remember, Bill Gates was the guy who said,
User entered your channel.
Nobody needs more than 640K of memory. All right, whoever entered the channel, man, you got to turn your feedback down because I can hear my voice through your mic. Do your best. Is that good beef, Mr. 420? What? Who is it? Who's in?
It's Zolder.
Oh, it's Zolder. Zolder! Holy crap! Dude, how did you tear away from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds long enough to get on my stream? I've been watching your PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds videos every once in a while. You put one out. Like, man, that's a nice looking game. Damn, that's a nice looking game. And it is.
Do they even have computers that can run that full yet?
Oh, is it that challenging for computers?
It's so funny, man. like the render distances.
I
Like
Uh-huh.
if
think
you're
it's
not
more
within
because
if
it's
you're not within like 150 yards, grass don't render, so you're gonna
Okay.
see people laying in the middle of flat. la- And then if you look at buildings that are like a half mile away, they just look like fake 1D structures. Like you
if you have
can't
a
even
really
see
shitty
through
computer, the
it.
walls don't load, so you can just wall people.
Yeah.
That is funny, dude. That is super classic.
But
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
I think it's more that they just did such a bad job at programming it, and it's not necessarily the graphics are that like
Really?
Right.
super intensive.
Yeah, that's what I think
Is,
Yeah,
as
is is
well.
that the general thought? Is that it could have been a lot better
yeah,
programmed?
yeah.
Or the wrong
It's not
platform,
optimized.
you know?
Interesting. I did not know that.
They like forced released it really fast. I think.
Well, people liked it. I mean, until Fortnite came out, it was the shit. And then Fortnite came out and kind of sucked all the air out of the free to play room. Because I mean, you've got to pay to play Overwatch. Am I right about that? I think I'm right about that. That's a monthly fee, right?
No.
It's not.
No.
Interesting. Interesting. All right.
I
Shows you
have
how much I know.
Overwatch.
But you don't play it.
I no, I'm like I
Cause it's
play
super gay, dude.
I got about 10 games that I rotate between and I'm about casual in every single one of them. But I stopped playing some
Well,
and
that's
start
because you're casual in your life, bro.
new.
Casual in life equals casual in game.
You just have no passion for anything.
It's
I
got
don't know.
casual passion, baby.
I'm like a new expansion. I'd be competing, but other than that shit,
I didn't like
like
Overwatch.
You didn't like Overwatch? I
Nah,
knew exactly what Overwatch was gonna be, and
I
I
just
knew
think
I
it's
didn't
too
want to do it.
visually flashy, and it's just like, besides the gameplay,
Oh man, the programmers at Blizzard are gonna be like, "What? It's too pretty. That's why they didn't like it.
it's not
What a
too
bunch of
pretty.
morons." No,
It's
it,
too
it it
random too.
was very it is very flashy and really just amazingly polished. I mean, more polished than any game in history of its type. And so many clever elements that that I've seen them come up with. It's just amazing that the same company who designed Overwatch also designed the boring battlegrounds in WoW, with absolutely no flash or chrome to them at all, except for a scoreboard you could bring up to see who did a lot of damage. Weak.
the Shadow Priest.
It's like I didn't like TF2 as much either. So like I like Counter Strike more for shooters and team shooters, but like
Yeah.
TF2 and Overwatch, nah.
Are you not playing Fortnite? Everybody's playing Fortnite. You're the only one.
I don't.
You don't?
Hell no.
Dude.
I watched one game of Ninja. I'm like this retarded. Like I'm never playing this.
I'm never playing this, man. Well, I watched one game. My future son-in-law came over and he showed me Fortnite, and my daughter's playing it too. And I watched one game. I thought I would totally get sucked into this, so I am not touching it because
I
it is
I like
right up
more
my alley.
realistic,
Yeah,
like
well,
PUBG.
yeah. PUBG is very realistic looking. I have to admit. I mean, you didn't put up any videos that showed the ridiculous graphical.
And you have to like account for bullet
Oh,
travel and wind
I
and
could
shit.
I could show you that. Yeah, there
You can show
is.
me that.
Um, yeah, sure. That it's pretty funny actually. I've even had it to where what was it? Okay, so if you're in a team, right? And let's say your one party member is uh, west, and then your other party member is east, and they're separated
I thought
by
he
like
said Weast.
500 yards or
Uh,
so. So if you're spectating one of your teammates and then you switch to the other, they're out of the render zone. You
okay.
can literally wall hack and like just see through everything.
Oh,
So if you just switch between your teammates, everything is still not loaded. You can just see all the loot in the buildings before they load. You can see all the people. Like I swear to
wow.
God.
Wow, that
Because it's still rendering on your side.
does. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of these interrupted messages. They're just taking up all the room in my chat.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. And then uh I recorded a video of me and my teammate killing Shroud and Justin.
I saw that
And
video. I saw
he
that video of you killing Shroud. Congrats,
my
by the way.
teammate on top of the scaffolding tower
Yeah.
knocked Shroud, and then Shroud, as he was knocked, crouched forward and uh what do you call it, exploited, like looked through the wall and was yelling off positionings to his teammate where my teammate was to his teammate. So he was, clearly exploiting the game right there,
I'm listening.
like, looking through the wall. And then we ended up killing him anyways after that. So it was
This
pretty
was the
nice.
one where he was coming through the doorway and you killed him, right?
Yeah, that was the same game, but it was just slightly before that.
All right.
Like we got in a battle and then closed in on him, and just that was it. My friend was actually watching him stream and clipped it. And
Oh,
that's how
really?
I got the. That's how yeah. That's how I got
That's how you got
the
the.
dual view.
Oh, nice, dude. That's great. No, I was proud for you. I was proud for you. I didn't know who Shroud was at the time, but
I didn't
the
even know
way
what was
the
him
way
until
the
after I
way you
killed
said
him.
his name, it was obvious that he must be a good player.
Well, let's just say this: whenever he streams, he's got like easily 60,000, 40,000, 20,000 people watching him at any given time. Yeah.
Dude, that's like 10 more than I got.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think I may have two people watching right now because they're both in my TeamSpeak, and I'm pretty sure they're watching. Although they might not, I might not even be guaranteed for two, and I got two people in TeamSpeak. Like I don't watch you, man. I just come here to talk. Shit.
I have it going, but it's muted. So,
Thank you, and thank you, Zolder, for muting yours. So, because that was happening right there. All right, so I ran right to Gar for the first time ever. I never actually ran right to Gar. I always said I was going to, but for the first time ever, I ran right to Gar. There's actually an exploit you can do to pull Gar to the front of the Molten Core with a rogue. You can do a rogue aggro exploit and get Gar all the way to the front of Molten Core, and just kill him at the front of Molten Core if you want. But I don't even bother doing that. It sounds really hard, like a pain in the ass. Like it probably would have taken me more time to do that than to just kind of kill trash up to this point. So I'm not even gonna do that. Oh, what's up, B Hicks? We're a solid two. That's what he's saying. We got a solid two on, baby. So I spent some time being in love with a phone game over the weekend, and it's called Brain It On. It's kind of old, but I only discovered it recently, and it's a physics game. One of those physics games where you basically draw shapes out of thin air and try to make the shapes do something, do some task. And I will tell you that it's very addictive. Loved it, and I finished an entire fucking game, and I never watched one hint or one video on it. So if you ever do Brain It On and you play every puzzle and you get stopped on a puzzle because it's fiendishly hard, just remember, Todd made it through that puzzle, and he can tell you how to do it.
Who's Todd?
That's me.
I'm just kidding.
Shut up. Gaming Killer bot. Hey, long time no see. Gaming Killer. Did you graduate high school yet? No, you couldn't have. You couldn't have. You must be like a sophomore. I'm going to say what are you laughing at? He's young. Shut up. Anyways,
I got super addicted on this stupid Java. I think it's a Java game, and it was just in a browser, and it was like a gravity game. You would just like put like just a dot, and the size of the dot was based on its mass, and then you would put other dots, and you could start them like by clicking them and dragging them to give them an orbit, and then you could just keep adding shit.
Sounds
Get
excellent, bro.
clusters.
Okay, I got a good game.
Okay.
I started playing it like 15 years ago. Like the actual game upgraded so much that no one plays it anymore because it's like pay to win. But there's a private server, and it's called Gunbound Thor's Hammer. Gunbound Classic.
Gunbound Thor's Hammer.
Gunbound Classic. And it uses wind and power bar, angles, and it's basically tanks with different styles of bots that do different styles of shots. It's pretty fun, and you get ranks and you can buy gear and look pretty cool.
All right. Is it an old game?
Yes,
Okay.
really old.
Okay, really old. All right.
Like
No,
15
look,
plus.
guys. Brain it on is when I say old, I'm talking old in Android years, which means it's probably
Yeah.
10 months old and everybody's already forgotten about it. So,
This is like PC old, like 15 years ago.
all right. Let's back the hunters up. We're going to do Gar
Like-
real quick.
My PC gaming, like, I'm 30, so it went straight from like Reader Rabbit to Duke Nukem. Like there was no games,
Nukem.
and then Duke Nukem came out.
Mine went from like Warcraft 3 custom games to City of Heroes.
Oh,
or
dude,
something
Warcraft
like
3
that.
custom games cannot be underestimated. Remember, that's where Tower Defense came from.
Wow. Winter Mall, uh, Winter Mall War, Blind Tower War,
Really?
Hero Wars. Yeah, I love those games.
Original Command and Conquer. That was when I was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, Command and Conquer, man. That was good stuff. Honestly.
They on StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty custom game arcade. A couple days ago was just released a Diablo 2 remake. It's called The Curse of Tristram. Pretty good.
The Curse of Tristram. Is there a second R there? Is it Tristan or Tristran? I'm not disputing
Tristram.
you. I just
Sorry.
want to make sure I get it right.
Curse of Tristram.
Tristram. Okay.
I was trying to get SimCity 2000 to work, but it's too old.
Oh. Dude, SimCity
Another-
2000. You know what? I still feel like SimCity 2000 is too recent. That's how old school I am. I'm like, I'm not playing that modern shit.
See, that game was cool.
Those
'cause
guys are sellouts.
There was a money cheat code, but if you did the money cheat code, it would start massive fires. So what you do is you'd start the game, and you would just fucking spam the shit out of it, and it just burns all the trees down, and you start building whatever you want.
Dude, you sound like a cheater.
Anyone recommend a good Steam game around like
Oh,
10,
I had
10 12 bucks?
fucking Game Shark from N64.
You had Game Shark. See, how did that
Oh,
make you
man.
feel better about yourself? Suck
No,
up.
see, I beat like GoldenEye eventually
Ah.
without it. Like I got unlocked that whole game on my own.
Oh
skill.
yeah? You know what was the best?
No, what was the best?
N64 Pokemon Coliseum battling with your own Pokemon's like on yellow or blue, red. Oh yeah, or gold. Yeah.
What? You could do
Oh,
that in
yeah.
Coliseum?
Yeah,
You could
there
could
was a-
download them
there
or
was
something?
like a booster pack. You could plug in the memory card, and then you could insert your game, like your actual
Yeah.
like Game Boy game,
Really?
and it would read your characters, and you could import them inside of the Coliseum and battle. Like it was pretty sweet.
I don't think my kids
like it
knew
had
about
better
that, man.
graphics.
In fact, Pokemon Stadium was generally kind of a big fail for my kids. They were not impressed.
Did you ever,
And they're
ever
Pokemon
get,
mad.
Did you ever get Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Who? What? Huh?
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conker's
you didn't
Bad
have
Fur
that
Day.
one? I
Dimly
It was the
recognize
squirrel,
that.
It was like an R-rated video game, but it was like had the squirrel. just swore a lot. You had to like the money would like curse at you when you
No,
picked it up.
no, I don't recognize
Oh, it was
this at
such
all.
a fun game.
I don't recognize this at
Gauntlet
all.
Dark Legacy.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy. What platform?
I think it was N64.
Dude, we just tried to play Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and it was unplayable. We have a N64 here, and they all said, "Hey, sit down, man. Let's play Gauntlet Dark Legacy." And fucking hey, it was so bad. I just can't even believe how bad it was. Part of it was blowing the screen up to a modern format TV instead of a
Hmm.
4x3 TV. It does not do well. All right, that does not do the game any favors. But I mean, this whole thing of getting caught on the edge of the screen and everybody having to follow. Ooh, I do not like.
Yeah, it was more a single player or two player game. Like with four players, it's just way too much.
There's way too much of that, and everybody kept stealing my
Yeah.
food. Everybody stole my food.
Road Rash 64.
I
That's-
kind of remember that name, Road Rash, but I
It
never
was
played
motorcycle racing in a street with traffic, and you were like hitting each other with baseball bats.
it. Hold on, we got Gaming Killer Bot saying I need help with WoW multiboxing. What do you mean you need help with WoW multiboxing? What help do you need, sucker? How's it going? Are you trying to multibox? Were you multiboxing when we were talking back last summer? Because I feel like you weren't. You were just rolling your warrior tune. All right, let's kill Gar.
Man, I haven't logged in multiboxing in like over a month.
Yeah, me too.
You should just give my 40 characters away.
Yeah, give your 40 characters to me. Send me your 40 characters. I'll make sure that if they get used by anybody, they get used wisely. But
Right.
I don't remember you having 40 characters. Did you have 40 characters? Yeah, you were doing.
I have two ZG
You have
raids.
you have two ZG, but you weren't doing a molding core because you can't run them all at the same time, right?
Correct. My
Okay.
PC would need an upgrade, and I'm not looking to dump a majority of my savings into a PC. I don't need. I'd rather fix up my truck.
Yeah, dude, you should see the Pontiac. It came out so good. I mean, we didn't even put much money into it, and it came out so good. I should show you guys a picture of the Pontiac.
You should leave the clock disabled too, just because of that stupid song. I just say fuck it. Like,
No, I mean it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We had
it
it
doesn't work.
fixed, and the soloing just is not happy. It's just not
That's what I
happy.
said. I would say like if I got it working, I would leave it so I could like if I ever sold it again, I could be like, hey, look, it works still, and then it would fuck up immediately for them.
Guys, bad news. No Thunderfury this week. I guess I have 90 more runs. Somebody gets drill bore disc. I've already got. Oh my goodness. I've already got 2 warriors with drill bore disc, and that's pretty rare drop. So, whatever. Earth Fury helmet. Someone's gonna get that.
Is that no? The Force Reactive Vis does way more damage, right?
Force Reactive is way better. Force Reactive is the disc to have, and it's the reason I'm a 300 engineer. But I just haven't got off my ass to get it. So, no force. In fact, am I a 300 engineer on this server? I don't think I
So
am.
should I get that on all my fucking warriors? Would that
Yeah.
just be overpowered?
Oh, dude, it does 400 DPS by itself. Imagine that. 400 DPS by itself.
Stupid.
And you could get like a bunch of other gear too. That's like a cloak, I think, that does fire damage.
Yeah,
and
that
a bunch
does
of
the
shit.
reactive damage. Yep. That is true. And guess who's getting this? I think Ocho's getting this.
That's what Kelsaran would probably be screaming all that shit off right now. He knows the whole set.
Oh, he's the one who told me it does 400 DPS because he was laughing because he got his whole setup working and he was just like, yes, I do 400 DPS. That was my half German, half French accent there. I do 400 DPS. I am Kelsaran. I am going to do DPS on your ass. No, I totally lost my ability to fake a German accent, and I don't exactly know why, but let's see. Helm of the Life Giver. I think we're gonna stay with that for now. Okay. So here we are in
Yo,
Motain Core.
Gaming Killer Bot, if you need help, he's got a website you can go to. He's got a whole bunch of
Yeah, I mean, I think Gaming Killerbot knows about my website, but
oh, I meant to say instructional video. You got some of those,
Yeah.
right? Install and
You got a lot of
tonight.
them.
All right,
I watched
so
like 10 of them.
here's what we're
when I
gonna
was
do
sitting there.
tonight. I'm gonna do some teaching tonight. This is gonna be a teaching session, and let me kill this core hound real quick, and we will do some school. We'll do some school for the youngins, for the
I leveled
millennials.
all 40 of my characters like 5 at a time, but you can do like all 40 at once. Can't you? Or is it 20? No, it's
Ah, frozen
or
camera
is
again.
it
Fuck. Thank you, B Hicks. Restarting real quick.
how many can you level at once?
I should kill this thing. Okay.
If you're doing quests, it's 5, but you could like.
You
tap
can level. Okay, you can talk again. So what wisdom were you giving us?
I forgot. Thanks a lot.
It was, you were saying questing.
Thanks.
You had it dialed.
That
It was
is
not
how
to say,
long
like,
his memory is.
takes a day to level 5 to 60 quests.
Okay, so on
Got it.
Twitter today, I'm on Twitter now. So on Twitter today, there was a trending tag, 5 words of wisdom for graduating students. I think somebody said, um, don't do so, don't pot's not that important or something like that. Don't do so much pot. It was lay off the pot in 5 words. Okay, I don't know what it was. Shut up, man. But it had to do with pot, and I thought it was older when they said that. Oh man, Zolder should have heard those words of wisdom. So I'd be like, fuck that, man. I'll give you some wisdom.
Well, after all my research, marijuana is only harmful if you smoke it before your brain is developed.
All right. But
According
since
to studies
you were doing the
Europe.
research, since
I didn't
your
do it.
research might be flawed because your brain was already damaged. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Right.
I did my own research. My research was clean, bro.
You can find some crazy pot research out there.
Dude, I'm looking for it. I am looking for it, man.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of it. Like right now, they're using it to
I
get.
heard- I heard it makes frogs gay.
Yeah,
Pot
No,
makes the
that's-
frogs gay, bro.
that's the estrogen in the water, man.
Oh, it's the estrogen in the water? Okay. Estrogen
but-
in the water makes the frogs gay.
I did hear that they're using it as like a rehabilitation to help get heroin addicts off of heroin. Like it gets
That
them
was
high
funny
enough
to him.
to
He's like,
where it
"Oh!"
stops them from tweaking.
All
And
the legit studies about it is like CBD oil helps seizures and shit.
yeah,
But like
that's
CBD
I've
oil
seen that
is
in-
not smoking weed.
Okay.
right. Exactly. There's a
All
difference.
right. Class is in session for a little while. We're gonna do a little bit of class, and then we'll get back to the game. But somebody recently asked me on YouTube, all I want to fucking do is taunt or mocking blow. Can you please just tell me how to do that? Taunt or mocking blow. And so, what I told him was, first, start with Super Macro, the add-on. Just download the best version of Super Macro you can find, the add-on. What it comes with is a blank smextend.lua file. So here's my smextend.lua file. It's far from blank, but we're going to pretend it's blank by going down to the bottom, and we're going to add a bunch of space to it. All right, so pretend this is your smextend.lua file. This is the one you get, all right? This is the one you get when you first download supermacro.tickle. You've got a blank smextend.lua. Now, you want a taunt. You want to taunt or you want to mocking blow. Well, here's how you do it. Here's how you do that. First, you create a function. And the function will be called whatever you want to call it, but in our case, we're going to
entered your channel.
We're going to call that function taunt. Function taunt, open close parens. Now you have a function. Every function has to have an end statement, so we'll throw an end there, right? So one of the ways you can really get over on, bypassing learning and just getting to the good stuff is you can just copy stuff from my scripts or from somebody else's scripts. So if you search my script for warrior single, you'll notice that it calls warrior tank single, and you'll find there's a taunt. There's a line to do taunting. So we're just going to copy that line, all right? We're going to copy that line. We're going to copy that line from the if statement to the end statement. I'm going to say Control C. Now we're going to pretend to go back to our blank SM extend at the bottom, right? And we're going to paste that line. Control V. All right, what does this line say? If unit is enemy, okay? So if you're targeting an enemy, and we're going to delete this part because we're not multi-boxing, we're not looking for a tank list. So we're going to say if unit is enemy and the target name of the unit is not you. If your name does not equal the target name of the unit, then you're going to throw a taunt out. So what is tname? Tname is...
You haven't died yet?
What? No, I haven't died yet. Who's in? Is this 420? Is this good beef? Who's this?
Hey.
Hey man. Who's on, bro? Let's tone it down a little bit. I was getting a little too excited. Oh, Gaming Killerbot. What's up, Gaming Killerbot?
Hey.
Hey, you got a nice deep voice for a 13-year-old. That's cool, man. Right on. So if the unit is an enemy and the I'm gonna say player name, P name, player name.
Hey, let's get the kids started out right with using a local.
Oh, okay. Shit. Wow, I've got a freaking code, a code purist with me. Okay, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 13, it's 16.
Yeah, I know. I was ragging you. I know you're older than
So,
that.
let me know when you're done with that. Hold on, I gotta tell you some stuff after.
Okay, you got to tell me some stuff after? Okay, when I'm done with this. All right, it's going to be like an hour, bro. But that's all right. We can stay on, man. We're talking.
No. I mean, just like with the multi-boxing.
Okay. All right. We'll review your multi-boxing woes, and yeah, it'll be great. So, what does the word local mean? Local means I'm creating a variable, a place to store something that will only exist inside this taunt function. If I try to reference it outside the taunt function in like another add-on, it won't see it, okay? If I don't do that and another add-on has a variable called pname, it will get whatever I'm storing in here in that add-on, and you could have a collision of variables. So just to keep things safe, you use local in front of variable definitions to prevent them from being used, to prevent name collisions in other add-ons. All right, so pname is going to represent unit name player. What is unit name player? I'm gonna pretend you guys don't know nothing, man. Unit name is a function that exists in vanilla WoW and pretty much every version of WoW that returns the actual name of something you're talking about. Player, in this case, is a keyword. That is a keyword. Player means you, the person playing the game, right? Target means the person you're targeting, which might not exist. Focus in later versions of WoW means whoever you're focusing. There is no focus in vanilla WoW. I don't know why I said that. But raid 1 means the person occupying raid position 1 in your vanilla WoW game. Okay, so that's another unit name. All right, but unit name player is all you need to know. That's your name. If unit is enemy, if these two unit names are enemy, player and target, and the target of the person you're targeting is not you, then you should taunt. So notice I do an if TT name, target of target name. I will only taunt if, oh gosh, I'm going to call this P name. So I do all right, this is a little harder to explain. Let's break this into pieces again, because this is the crux of programming.
Yo, I'm out of here, free. Have a good night.
Later on, Zolder. All right, if unit is enemy, if you're targeting an enemy and that enemy isn't targeting you, then if that enemy actually is, I do need to say TT name. I'm going to say unit name target. If that enemy is actually targeting somebody, that means he's not stunned without a target. Don't taunt people who are stunned without targets. That's a waste of time. Wait till they target somebody. But whenever you stun somebody, they lose their target. You'll notice they don't have any targets. So I say if the unit name actually, if the target actually has a target, then I'll do my warrior taunt. And warrior taunt is a function I wrote. And the function takes basically one argument. And the argument is the message you would like to print to raid when you taunt. So we're going to change it. We're going to say just taunting. T name, I haven't set T name to anything. I'm just going to say taunting unit name target. That's it. That's your taunt function. Now you're done with your function. Well, what do I do with that function? Well, there's more to it, but what you do with this function is, I'm going to blow up the screen right now. You go to your macros and you create a macro. Call it anything like taunt. Okay, I misspelled it. That's all right. And you say script taunt. And that's it. That's your macro. And then you drag it down to wherever you want to put it. I'm going to just throw it right there for now. No, I'm not. I'm going to throw it over there. I'm just afraid I'm going to leave it somewhere and I'm going to be taunting for no freaking reason. So now if I hit that, it's going to say, oh, you attempted to call a global taunt, not a nil value, which means you haven't defined it yet. You know why? Because you haven't reloaded your SM extend. Type /reload. That reloads your UI, and any changes you make inside of SM extend now appear in your game. This is going to be a long reload because I do have a lot of data saved in my DPS meter. Alright, so click the taunt, and what it says is, oh, taunt's still, what? Taunt's still nil value? Taunt's not a nil value anymore. Shut up, did I save? I may not have saved, so sorry. We got to do it again because I didn't actually
All
save
that
the file.
hard work for nothing.
No, I didn't. I didn't lose it, sucker. I didn't lose it. I just didn't. I didn't save in that window, and then reload. All right. Let's see if it works now. Now, what it should say is, it should just say there's. It should say nothing because there's nothing to taunt. This function will not taunt. Oh no, no. There is a syntax error. See that? On line 7467, then expected near equals. So I did forget an equal sign. All right, so let's talk about equal equal. All right. In programming, in most languages, you do a test of equality using two equal signs. You do a set of a variable using one equal sign. So you notice I said local p name equals unit name player. Well, that put my name into the variable p name. But down here I said if p name equals unit name target target, well, I only used one equal sign. So what I was really trying to do there was set p name again to unit name target target. What you want to do to test equality is use two equal signs. And that's probably going to be the mistake you're going to make the most of all the mistakes you make when you first start programming. And here I am.
Second only to not saving.
Shut up, second only to not saving. You know what? It's probably going to beat not saving by a
So all F4
no.
on it.
Yeah, like forgetting to reload or forgetting an end.
Okay, so the thing, yeah, you can forget to save, you can forget to reload, and you can forget the double equal sign. And the other thing is, like he said, you can forget to put end on the end of every if statement. Oh my gosh. That's probably the one that bites me the most because I write in a language that doesn't require that. Lua requires that, so we're going to reload again. My goodness.
You know what N stands for?
No. Every noob dies. Smoked it! Okay, then expected near if. All right, if, I'm missing some thens. So notice I have two if statements here and only one then. I also have only one end. Every if statement needs an end. Every if statement needs a then. So if unit is enemy and is not targeting you, then if the unit name is actually if the target is actually targeting somebody, then taunt. And now I need another end because I've got a nested if within an if.
Should put it on multiple lines and just show the structure of it.
All right, fine.
Hey man, I taught programming.
You did?
Yeah.
You should
I taught
probably do that
assembly.
again. You should probably get a job, sucker.
Makes a whole different YouTube channel. Programming with so-and-so. This
All
is
right.
how you do so.
No, like
Now, one
You
thing
could-
you can do with Lua, the structure is very loose in Lua. All right? You don't even need semicolons. You can throw semicolons at the end of lines, but you don't need them. You don't even need semicolons between commands. You can put your entire script on one line of code, and Lua will be perfectly happy with it. That's how macros work sometimes. They tell you to put your entire macro on one line. So I do like that about Lua, but you can also add structure like this. So notice I put a carriage return after each then. Right? I put an end statement on a separate line, and I've put a tab. I've indented each if statement, from by one. Oh man, I'm not a good talker. Okay, so
Not everybody is.
so shut up, man. So here we have our taunt function. Now, what is this taunt function missing? Why won't this taunt function work when you put it in your blank sm extend? Why won't it work? Because you do not have this function. This is not a WoW function. This is something I wrote. All right? I wrote this. You need it. So if you're going to copy from my shit, you have to copy my functions. So we're going to search Todd's code for function warrior taunt. I'm jumping ahead here. We haven't even really tested that that our little thing works. Let's reload and test that our little taunt works. Now notice in this same file I already have warrior taunt defined, but I'm going to show you how to make a file that, how to make your own file. Okay, click it. Oh, look, nothing happened. Nothing happened. You know why? Because I don't taunt if there's no reason to taunt, and neither will you. So, function warrior taunt. So copy this function. We're going to copy this function. We're going to highlight it. We're going to say Control C. We're going to go down to our blank SM extend. And we're going to say, notice, you don't put functions inside of other functions. Functions are separate bodies. They're separate entities. So we're going to say Control V. Now we have our warrior taunt function in our smextend.lua. All right. So let's look at our warrior taunt function. If taunt isn't on cooldown, then, all right, right. If taunt's not on cooldown, then we'll taunt. If it's on cooldown, we're not going to do that. So if it's on cooldown, we're going to go to this end statement. We're going to skip the taunt. We're going to go to this end statement. We're going to be on this next if statement. If mocking blow is not on cooldown, then let's do something. We'll try to cast mocking blow. And then, what did I write here? If mocking blow is not on cooldown and I have over 9 rage, which is enough to cast mocking blow, and my stance equals 1, then taunt failed or on cooldown, trying mocking blow. How do I know taunt failed? How do I know taunt failed on this line? Because if I had taunted, this line would not have executed. All right? Functions in WoW only process until the first spell is cast. And then, done. That function's over. So if taunt wasn't on cooldown, I would execute this function. I'd get down to cast taunt, and that's it. Key press over. Next key press. All right? Once you execute a spell, you're done in vanilla WoW. You're done with executing that program. And you need another key press to re-execute that program. Not sure if you're getting that right now. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it very well, but the idea is every time you press a key, a little mini program runs until you cast a spell successfully. Then done. You must press the key again to get that same program to run again. All right, so I know if I got to this line, then I must not have been able to taunt. So taunt failed or on cooldown, I message to my raid. I'm actually not going to MB message because that'll give you guys another thing to have to worry about. I'm just going to say print. Print. That'll print in white text in your window. All right, print will print in white text in your window. Taunt failed or on cooldown, trying mocking blow. Then I go ahead and say cast mocking blow. Let's talk about what comes from super macro and what comes from me. Cast comes from super macro. All right? Stance cast comes from me. On cooldown comes from me. My rage is a function that returns how much rage you have. That comes from me. My stance, that comes from me. All of these functions are more functions you have to copy into your SM extend from me in order for this shit to work. All right? So just go find those functions, copy them. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I did it on my YouTube comments. You can find YouTube videos where I do this whole thing for you in the comments. But this is how you steal functions from me and and use things. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going any deeper than this. Basically, the rest of it consists of you copying more functions from me, okay, into your blank SM extent. Now I'm going to delete all this shit because this don't belong here.
Okay, so I'm trying multi-box, right?
Yep.
And you know how in the script they said you have the run and you put the file in, right?
Uh,
It's,
come
it's
again?
like under command launch and rename, I think.
Launch and rename. Oh, you're talking about the hotkeynet file.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put the run. I put in the file location, and that's where it's all like pooped out on me.
Okay, so you have basically you're saying it's crashing at trying to find your WoW install. All right, so we're gonna go to let's talk about this as Rhett and Link say. His hockey net isn't working. Let's talk about that. All right, we're gonna go to 40 tunes, no waiting. We're gonna go to vanilla multiboxing, and we're gonna go to a single 5-man hotkey net file. This is your hotkey net file. So what Gaming Killer is talking about is this line right here. Run blah 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 is not working. Now, how can you troubleshoot this? That's a legitimate thing. How can you troubleshoot this? Well, here's a very easy way to troubleshoot it. As soon as I kill this lava annihilator, I will show you. Copy and paste what you have there. And I'm copying and pasting that. Now go to the start button. See this little window at the start button? Just Control V it and hit enter. Windows cannot find C:wow 5-minute multiboxing wow.exe. That tells you it's wrong. And you know why it's wrong on my computer? Because I don't have that path anymore. I deleted it. All right. So if you can't Control C this and then Control V it in this little Windows execution dialog at the bottom, then you have the wrong line there, and you got to get that right. All right. So try that first of all, Mr. Gaming Killer.
It's probably in program files, right?
It's probably in program files. It could be in program files. I mean, basically, you have to get that part right. Now, how do I get that right? Well, let's go find out how to get that right. Okay, we're gonna get that right by going to. We know where our WoW install is, right? So we're gonna go to our WoW install. We're gonna go to computer. Oh, there's somebody dead back there. Computer, C drive. Let me move this out here. I notice I happen to know my WoWder is this World of Warcraft 1.12. Notice I'm in my WoW directory now. See the wow.exe? Let's right mouse on it and say properties. Wow.exe. You know what? That didn't give me nearly as good a path as I thought it would. The problem is you need to combine this location right here with this name, and you're golden, baby. You combine this location with this name in your hotkeynet file, and you're up and running, bro. Most people don't get stuck there, but you're 13 years old. I expect you to have a little trouble with stuff like this. It's all right, man. No shame. There are no stupid questions, only stupid people. And I'm sure you're not one of those. Come on.
I brain fart.
You have a little brother?
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute. How old is he? Does he like gladiator movies? All right. I have.
What was that website's name? Ugh.
What's the website's name? It was Reddit. Reddit.com/r/vanilla multiboxing. Right here, bro. Reddit.com, which is one of the most busy sites on the internet, /r/vanilla multiboxing. That's all you need. If you enter that in, you can get
Done.
crazy amounts of info on how to get started. Who's dead and where are you dead? Why are you dead? Did we
That's why I
lose
said
somebody a long
earlier,
time
poor
ago?
person, because they're dead.
I've got a dead person, and they're way far away. They died a long time. They died before Gar, and I just never res them.
Wow. How rude.
Yeah, they're way where are they? Oh no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They died on that annihilator that I wasn't paying attention to. You know why? Because the annihilator walked up to them while I wasn't paying attention and just one-shot them. The tank wasn't tanking. So you're one of those B Hicks. You're one of those stupid people. No, I doubt that, dude. You don't get to this point in life where you're on YouTube posting chat without having some sort of savvy behind your life. Don't underestimate yourself. Dream big.
Oh, darn it. Forgot what I was doing.
Having a sexy voice, that's what you're doing, baby. Remember, I'm from San Francisco. Woo! I'm
Hockey's
so
or
out of
no.
alcohol. I
What?
gotta go find some more alcohol in the house.
Hockey net's not working.
Hotkey net's not
This.
working! Okay, so the one thing I can't show you is my hotkey net files because they contain all my accounts and passwords, and you can't show
No, no,
me.
no, no. Now it's not
So,
working. I'm in the file location
Translating.
stuff. What? Blah blah blah. How'd you pull up that big page thing?
Your hotkey net has to be run as an administrator too.
that is yeah. Okay, let me show you people how to run things as admin. All right, so let's say you have hotkey net.
Right click it, run as administrator. Not that hard.
Oh man, you guys, you're so pro. What he said was, in case you didn't hear him, is when you want to run an app as administrator, which means you have full privileges over the computer, which is very important for certain things you do in multiboxing. Um, you have to right mouse on the icon and say run as administrator. All right, and you can also right mouse on the icon, go to properties, and you can click a box that says always run as administrator. Yeah, there you go, motherfucker.
And I believe Windows 10 asks you every time, no matter what.
It does.
You can turn that off. I believe. I believe you can turn that off.
Nope. No.
I believe you can turn that off. You have to click on control when these messages appear, and you can turn a lot of that off.
Oh.
So
I have the run as I have it checked, but it still shows it. So there's another setting.
it's all right, bro. I forgive you. Whoa, birthday suit? No, not birthday suit. Fire.
I'm still lost.
You still lost? So
Yes.
look, you're starting at the very beginning. You're trying to get hotkey net working, and there's actually resources out there for you. There's a lot of hotkey net tutorials, and I've made my own, which are actually pretty good. I'm not
No, I'm
bragging,
still at the part
but they're
where you're at the
pretty
website.
damn good.
That's vanilla multi-boxing Reddit. I'm still there. I'm slow.
Okay, all right. What kind of grades are you getting in school, bruv? Yo, bruv, what kind of grades are you getting in school? We're gonna have to talk about your grades, son.
Yeah, maybe multi-boxing isn't the best activity for someone in school. So, summertime. Okay.
That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying, bruv. Bruv,
It's
don't be
summertime.
offended.
It's summertime, thankfully.
Don't be offended.
This is where This is where you need to put in the time, get you guys leveled.
B. Hicks
So when
says,
school comes around,
starting med school in August and couldn't write a single line of that. Well, luckily you don't need to program to be in med school. Thank God. You do need to memorize a hell of a lot of shit, though. It's not fun, man. I know because my daughter was in pre-med, and even in pre-med, the memorization level was off the charts.
yeah, you pretty much have to have no head trauma as a child, right?
I don't even think that certain people could do it. I mean, I think that probably goes without saying. You know, it's kind of silly to say, "Oh, I don't think certain people could be doctors," but you would think that if you go to a college and you're of average IQ, you can do everything that a college would teach you. But I think that there's plenty of people who are above average IQ that simply could not handle the amount of memorization that is required. I might be one of them, actually. My memory is not great. I mean, okay, somebody quit work, right? Somebody quit my work, and it was a guy I worked with, and we worked on the same team for a while, and I've worked at times closely with him, and I've chatted with him and stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, Todd, remember that conversation we had?" And I'm like, yeah, that conversation. I had no fucking clue what he was talking about. Apparently, we had some conversation about work, and he gave me some tip that he was going to be, thinking about leaving or whatever. I do not remember at all, and that's the kind of memory I have. And it couldn't have been more than 6 months ago. That's how recent. So, yeah, it was a much cooler story in my head, bro.
Okay, so I hit reload script. It
Oh my
says,
gosh! Hold on, I'm having a moment.
"Oh no,
Ah!
oh no, the
Oh, it's a
core
moment.
hounds."
It's a moment. I think I got most people done. I think I got most of it.
Oh, somebody's dead.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna have lots of deaths over this baby.
It's the core hounds. They always get you, especially if you're a rogue
No,
stealth. Nope.
no, no, you don't understand. I pulled the hardest group in Molten Core with a core hound, and I wasn't ready for it. So.
You had to run back.
Oh,
There's no
first
way.
wipe. Okay. Gaming Colorbot. Okay, so B Hicks says he has lots of head trauma. Huh.
Head trauma. What?
Huh. I can remember everything except people's names. Just doesn't work for me. Oh, here's how you get over that, B Hicks.
You can.
When somebody gives you their name, imagine their name in some absurd situation. Like, if I tell you my name is Robert, imagine Robert
Roberta.
sideways in the saddle of a horse galloping along. Now I'm Robert Horse sideways galloping along to you. Each situation you imagine must be different. But in this way, you can memorize 30 people's names in a very short period of time, meaning one day, by doing this. You just have to be really creative with your memory association technique. Outcast Army says, I have a memory about as good as a sieve can hold water. Yeah, well, that's why, you know what? That's why I told my daughter she should have been a script supervisor. This is my daughter who is a safety engineer now. She would watch TV shows once, and she could give you the lines from that TV show. And she just has an unbelievable ability, and this is the same daughter who was pre-med. She has an unbelievable ability to memorize things, and I respect that a lot. It's a great asset to have in life. I'm telling you, it is a great asset to have in life. So,
Wait, so tell me how. I haven't got that part. I'm still stuck on that part. But I go to hit put scroll lock on Alt Control F and it only launches one.
time out, bro. Here's what I want you to do. I'm look at my screen. Look at my screen.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna bring Hakeem up here front and center. What I want you to do is turn this on, the show panel. All right? Then I want you to hit reload. When you hit reload with the show panel checked, do you have no errors?
Nope. It says one error.
One error? Okay, what's the error?
The same part we talked about earlier.
What?
The same part we were talking about earlier.
Okay, review. You remember my memory? Remember my story I told you about?
The
Was it the run? The run line?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go to your hotkey.net file.
No. What's the error? Please read me the error. What's up?
It just says one error found. It's just saying the line 36 user, desktop, clamor under desktop, and then runs, the file location.
Are you running your shortcut location and not the wow.exe location?
That's what he's doing. He's pointing to his desktop shortcut. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You have to point to the actual directory where wow.exe lives. So, how do you find that directory?
Shortcut and go to the properties.
All right. Explain to the sucker what to do. I'm going to go get some alcohol.
Just right-click your wow shortcut, go to properties, and it will say under the shortcut tab, target. Do you see that directory there?
No, this isn't a shortcut. I dragged the whole file, and then I deleted that because I was still having problems. And then I go and reinstall and do the whole thing, and it's in the files. It's in the whole files. It just keeps putting it under the desktop. Here, hold on, give me a second. See if I can fix it.
No, your WoW works for just like one player, right?
Yeah, it works for one player.
So what button do you click to load WoW?
It's on my desktop.
Yeah. So right click that and go to the properties.
Mm-hmm. Open file location, I'm guessing.
Or it should say shortcut. Are you on wow.exe properties? Shortcut properties, or is it
It just says World of Warcraft Classic properties. And I'm under shortcut. I'm guessing I have to open the file location, right?
Yeah, you have to. That's what has to be in your hotkey on file 36. Line 36.
And it still says it's under desktop. Hold on, wait, load script.
No, it should be in a folder though.
Hold on, I have to see if I can redo it. Okay, so
All right, I'm out of beer. All I have is some very foofy wine. And
I forgot to run it as administrator. Hold on, I can fix this. Hold on.
okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Actually, getting shit done. I am not encouraging drinking here, kids. Stay in school.
Oh, you weren't joking. Blue bottle, tiny little. Looks like a Zima.
Okay, so now it says line 36 in C program files A6 World of Warcraft Classic. Then I go to the hotkeys.net or hotkeys.net thing. How he has it is his thing is HKN_5man, multi-box and all that. Then it says after all that run C program files A6 or file. unmatched left angle, and then that's where the error is.
There you go. Unmatched left angle, sucker. Let me direct your attention back to our single 5-man hockey net. See this little brace here? Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, the delay.
See the little brace, the angle bracket. Unmatched left angle or unmatched right angle means you do not have one of these greater than or equal signs on each side of your line. So put it there, sucker.
That means I have to do shift and put that arrow thing in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now
Yeah,
I'm
this
willing.
programming thing.
I'm willing. I am willing.
Oh, there we go. It was the arrow. The arrow.
You have to get every character right.
No, it wasn't that. It's just like I knew about the arrows. It's just I always kept putting periods.
I think
I don't know
I
why.
thought it was really cute of him to say.
All right,
so
so
I have to
now
hit the
let's
shift
try.
key and hit that
Let's
thing.
try.
Dude, I'm just saying, if you're at that level of using computers,
Well, no, it's like 10 o'clock
you're going to
at
be
night, and
heroic. You're going to be heroic if you get this working. And it's going to prove that 5-minute
no,
multi-boxing
I
is
am
going to
awesome
be
with computers.
awesome.
No, I am awesome at computers.
Oh, you are?
I actually, yeah. I'm not even joking. I seriously, I disconnected everything on this. This is the same computer I was using last summer, right? And I was
You're hurting
having,
my point here, bro. I want you to say, I do not know nothing about no computers, and yet here I am
No, 'cause that's
multi-boxing
not
5
true. That is
boxes.
not true. That is not true. I mean, multi-boxing.
5-minute
Yes,
multi-boxing made me a computer genius.
it did. Some of it. Most of it. All right, no, but all right. Let's see if it's gonna launch now. Let's see. It's closer or not close at all. Let's just X out of it. All right, hold on.
All right. Story time.
Once upon a time, they all died at the end.
Well, I was gonna tell a story. Um,
I have an open mic. If I have background, I'm gonna try to mute.
your mic's fine. Your mic's fine. It's better than Dave's. Although you do have my voice feeding back into it.
Okay,
Which is no
hold on.
good.
I can fix this. I can fix this. Hold on.
Dave, your mic is sounding pretty good today, though.
How about now? Is it better?
I don't know. Nope, I'm still getting a voice. A little lower.
How about now?
Hello. Man, it doesn't change. You haven't changed a thing, sucker.
I don't know what's going.
There's a TeamSpeak option.
I know. I'm trying to use a TeamSpeak option. All I can see is echo reduce.
Dude, people are logging off my stream. Come on, fix it.
You only have 4 people.
Hey, man, don't talk about my people.
It went up.
I actually
It
never
went
look
up
at
by
that.
1.
I actually never look at that. I'm just scared of looking at that.
I don't know how to
4
fix
people.
it.
Does anybody want to see me
Is it any
do
better
Baron
at all,
Geddon?
or no?
Let's do Baron Geddon.
Dude, are you just using speakers?
I don't have speakers. This is the headset.
No,
I had it last summer.
this
is a brand new
here's
headset
here's
compared
what
to
causes that. What causes that is your earpiece being too loud so that your mic picks it up. So turn me down in your ear and you will probably get less feedback
And push to talk.
through your mic.
I had push to talk on. I just can't.
Push to talk isn't gonna. Well, push to talk would help it. Push to talk would help.
Earlier, did you?
It's
hear
better
echo,
now.
though?
It's better now. Totally better now. Thank
Okay.
you.
Dude, it's not for me.
Was what I said right?
Oh my god, dude. Okay, hold on.
Nothing has changed for my audio.
Really?
Hold on.
Dude, it sounds 100% better. 100% fixed to me now.
Because you're not hearing yourself and him.
Okay. This is
When you talk,
this is
I hear
exactly
you and
why
him, but you only hear him when you're talking.
this is exactly why I hate using whatchamacallit, TeamSpeak. I'm always using Discord because I know how to use Discord.
Discord sucks, man.
That's what noobs say.
That's what noobs say. Oh, dude, I got
Ventrilo
shut
is
down,
all-time
bro.
best.
This just
Oh
in.
my god.
Yeah, see,
remember
B Hicks,
that?
bro.
Remember
B Hicks
using
said
that
it's
back
way
in the
better
day?
now. So, Dave, you're outvoted. You got outvoted 2 people to 1.
What's better?
How about now? How about now?
I don't know. How about
No.
now? I mean, I can kind of hear myself in the background, but it's not horrible. It was better before though.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back and
And
push
do you
the
have the
talk.
YouTube video muted?
I don't think that's it, because that's going to be way behind what I'm
Oh,
saying.
it is. Hold on.
You think? I don't
It
think so.
is. Hold on. I can fix this. Right click, open volume mixer, Discord turn off, YouTube turn off. All right, nothing but TeamSpeak. Can you hear anything?
Can I hear anything? It's light. It's fine. It's good enough for you know,
All right. Well, I
good
don't know.
enough for our work.
As long as you don't have problems, because you're
I
streaming.
don't have problems. As long as I don't have
He can
problems.
just right click my name and lower me.
Whatever,
It's not that
bro.
hard. Oh
Bro.
wait, no.
Yeah,
Is...
I'm
You have
just
a good voice. You should stream.
I'm just saying.
You should
Everyone
start
watching your
broadcasting.
stream's fine, but it's fucked for me. And of
All right,
course,
so
it's
how
gonna
do
be
wait,
fine for you
hold
because
on.
you can't hear your
But
team speak
maybe
and
it's
him.
fucked for you because you're
I hear
hearing
you,
my voice twice.
and he's got his microphone button down while you're talking too.
Score lock on. Alt Control F.
Man, don't worry about what Dave's saying, man. He don't know nothing. B Hicks says it's good.
Yeah,
Oh
just
no, B
nothing
Hicks is
torture
now
my
saying it's
ears
worse than
all
it was.
day. Just torturing me like relentlessly.
Well, maybe you can be the leader of the CIA.
And the funny thing is I don't hear myself echoing him as bad
Alt
as you
Control F. Okay.
Get a condenser mic. That's what somebody told me. Get a condenser mic.
I had him push the talk earlier. It's just my pinky hurts. I'm always using control.
Oh, don't give us that, millennial. Jeez, millennial. My pinky hurts. Push to talk. Ah, it hurts. It
Okay, now I'm
hurts.
having problems.
Well, I'm gonna mute him then.
We
That'll be
failed
the solution.
to.
Yeah, why don't you mute him, or at least turn him down? Maybe that'll work for you.
So the windows won't open now.
The windows
Now
won't
it's
open
just
now?
the windows not opening. Hold
Okay.
on.
And that's probably an incorrect path, my friend.
So how do I fix that?
Um,
And there's the background. Hold on, I'm going
kill
back to push the
yourself.
talk. I
You
can't.
kill yourself.
I mean, I go to this voice and then
Oh my
I go
gosh, I
up,
just
up,
threw
up,
shield
up, up,
wall
up.
on this pack. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. In my
I'm going
defense, I'm being very distracted by some
The sound of my voice.
seconds.
Okay, so
So,
how do I fix that
fix what?
for the windows not popping up?
Well, first of all, turn on your panel and see what your panel's saying. Remember that checkbox I showed you to check?
Yep, it says. You want me to read from like where it's a run program field observing system create program functional field Windows report system error 5 access is denied.
Access is denied. Wow.
Excuse me?
That means you did not run as administrator. That's what it means. That means
Like the
Your
hotkey
computer
now?
has net nanny on it.
that means hotkeynet tried to spawn another process and was not
It is
allowed
as
to do it.
administrator, though.
Does your dad give you limited permissions on your
He
computer
used to?
possibly?
No, he used to, but then he logged me in his account, so I have like full on privileges.
Oh, I like how you're whispering that so your little brother doesn't hear. He used to. Now I can
Some
go to
Windows versions
Pornhub.
of-
Oh, it's
there are some
awesome.
Windows versions. you
Dad
gotta
gave me the
tweak to
talk. He's like,
actually get
son,
administrator.
you're 16 now. You can go to Pornhub. Here you
I've
go.
been using that
Full
since I was 12.
privileges. Now remember, those women, they're not like other girls. They take money for that stuff.
Okay,
or
hold on.
drugs.
Hotkey.net.
Is anybody dead?
I'm running it as administrator now. Now it's run as an administrator.
Ah!
Okay. Nothing's happening. Reload script. Okay. So let's do scroll lock on. Alt Control F.
It's the foofy one. That's
So now it keeps saying
distracting you.
access denied.
It's still saying access denied?
Forge
Have you
ground
tried
lock.
turning it off and on again? No, dude. I mean, you're at the extent of my tech support now. I mean, nobody's ever said access denied to me, and I've been doing this for a year, so there might be
Windows
something.
report system error 5 access is denied. Did run wow.
Okay, do this for me. Go into your HockeyNet file, copy and paste that line that you think is wow.exe into that little into the little dialog box at the bottom left of the screen.
I'm confused. What?
Watch my window. Are you watching my window, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Bruh. Okay, bruh, watch my window. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, actually don't watch that because I'm not going to bring up, you keep trying to make me bring up my passwords and accounts. I'm not going to do it.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, so
I'm
you're
not
going to
trying
go to,
I'm having trouble multiboxing.
you're going to go to your hotkey.net file. You're going to copy this line right here next to your run without the quotation marks or with the quotation marks. It doesn't matter. You're going to hit Control C. Now you're going to go down. This is not the same as Windows 10. This is Windows 7. But in Windows 10, you're going to have the same kind of thing. You go down here and you're going to Control V, Enter. And you're going to see if that pops a window open. If that doesn't pop a window open, then you got problems.
Okay, I'm gonna go try.
There you go. There you go. Problem solved. Boom. All right. Let's try to kill Baron Geddon in one try. Really. Hey, Dave, why don't you play anymore? Are you never going to play again?
No.
Now
finals this
it
week,
only
man.
pops up the file. It only pops up the file. It doesn't pop up the game.
What? It only pops... Oh, as if it's searching for a file.
Right.
All right. So instead, Windows 10... Dave, you're going to have to help me out here. Windows 10, do you type... Is there a run button? Do you type /run? Or what do you do to bring up a run gadget? I got to go look.
Oh, isn't that Windows R?
No, dude.
File or where?
No, hold on. Let me go check on my computer.
It has to be Windows R, right?
If you want to run something, you can just dump it in the search bar.
It used to be Windows R.
I've never heard of Windows R in 15 years.
I got
Okay.
Windows R.
Bro, you're Windows 10, right? So go down to your little Windows 10 icon in the bottom left side of the screen and right mouse and click Run. That will bring up your little run dialog where you can paste your shit in.
I know what you were talking about. I was just trying to figure out the keybind.
Man, don't try to front with me, bro. I know you're just a little kid, 13-year-old kindergartner.
Windows key R. Oh no, that's regedit. That's regedit.
No, you don't have to Windows. Just do what I said.
Anyway.
Right mouse.
Run and then what?
Run and then paste that string, smarty pants. Listen to this.
Brings up the file
Listen
again.
to this little smarty pants. It brought up the file. No, dude, that's a run button. Okay, I wish I had Windows 10 to show you.
But paste that directory to make sure it opens WoW. Paste in the run line the C : blah 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 WoW exe.
Right. We're gonna move Fury Swipes back to be our follow target, and we're gonna do this shit. So no tech support right now. I'm gonna go ahead and kill Baron. So pause on tech support, bros. I'm gonna make my window a little bigger. By the way, I mentioned it before, but it bears mentioning again.
Okay. So what you can do?
Did I say no tech support or not? Oh, it's angry grandpa.
I just found out. Okay. That I had to put /wow.exe.
Oh, really? You just found that out, even though I showed it on my screen over and over again?
Right, hold on.
Next Ignite Mana in 14. Okay, guys, I'm going to ignore you for a while because I do not want to get ignited. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, dodge.
Okay, now it's saying World of Warcraft field messenger.
I'm going to call the rogues in. I don't care. Do what I want. Oh, I called the rogues in for Inferno. Okay. I shouldn't do everything I want, because some of the things I want just makes the rogues die. 3, 2, 1. No, not mana. The rogues survived, though. I'll give them that, man. They survived an entire inferno. They're burning, though. Rogue's like, I'm dying here. Why you kill me? Why you killed me?
Sounds like a Spanish person would say.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Still, no windows are popping up.
No tech support during Barongeddon. All rogues are dead. They died good soldiers. Priests. Some priests are locking up. This I do not like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do not love my priests locking up. That is not cool. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Barongeddon looking good, baby. Looking very good.
I see that damn guy locking up.
Who's locking up?
It's whoever's at the upper right corner of your main window.
Upper
Like, not
right
the one
corner?
that
He's
is-
dead now.
No, it's to the right of that window. Like if you went 4 from the left and then down 1 from the top.
4 from the left. Downward. Yes. Refill. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is far from upper right, bro. I don't know where you were going with that.
Upper right of your main window, like your tanking window.
That's upper left of my main window, isn't it? But these are both
I don't know. On my
these
screen,
are both
wherever I share my screen.
yeah, it's reversed on your screen. Yeah, sure it is. These are both priests. So all these priests have the propensity to lock up, I guess. I let Ignite Mana land on people, so I'm gonna try and purge Ignite Mana off suckers. That worked. All right, one shot Barongeddon, and he drops 1 purple. 1 purple.
Wow.
And it's not even a good one. Cenarian Shoulders, which I do not need on anybody.
What the hell?
1 purple. What in the world is going on here? That's crazy. I
Someone
don't
doesn't
think
like
I've ever
you.
seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. That might be a first for me. So. Everyone, B. Hicks during that fight, he says, everyone who's ever been ganked approves of this use of rogues. Because I brought my rogues in just to be completely incinerated for that whole fight. It was awesome. They got a lot of damage in, though. Look at this. Look who's #1 DPS in that fight. A rogue who died in Inferno. That's insane. That is pretty damn insane.
#1 in overall damage or just DPS?
Overall DPS. Not overall damage. Well, probably overall damage too. DPS usually translates to damage. Yep.
Unless he popped Adrenaline Rush and died.
Overall damage, baby.
That's crazy. What swords or dagger? Oh, does he have the Nax daggers?
He has the Nax dagger and the Nax servo arm.
There you go.
That's another thing I need to do. I need to get us back into Nax and show you guys how to do Nax, because that's something that, you know, maybe I can do that maybe you guys don't know how to do yet, and I can, you know, get people squared away on that, because it's not easy. The Nax pulls are technical. I'm not being sarcastic. The Nax pulls are technical. You have to do a whole bunch of things right in order to just even survive. to even survive to kill one thing, you have to do a whole bunch of things right. The trash pulls in Nax are just insane. I'm ground stomped.
To the point where, like, if I wanted to do it, I'd probably have to, like, write, have a whole set of macros and different functions for each fucking fight.
You know the problem with it, Dave, is the technicality is a lot of hand movement. You have to hand move people around during the fight. So yeah, it's not fun. It's not.
I
It's
figured
not.
it would have been like
It's fun though when
CC.
you can do it and you don't wipe. You know, you kill a bunch of Death Knights and you're like, I didn't wipe. It's awesome. Oh jeez. Rocky scored 2. Fuck. Not the Giants' night tonight. Alright, let's skin this dog. I mean, honestly, I don't actually need to do anything else in Molten Core now because I did Gar. He didn't drop the shit. So there's no real reason to be here. Unless, you know, I'm towing somebody through. And I'm not towing anybody through right now. But no mic gear drops, so that makes me feel better. Because I really like gearing up warriors. Because nothing will help you multi-box like having a geared warrior. And if you want to contribute some money to this server, a great way to do it is to simply buy your mic gear. There you go. Now, it's a lot more fun to get your mic gear yourself when you're multi-boxing, but which I did on Mutalia, but yeah, buying your mic gear will be the shortcut I win button toward doing better multi-boxing. Because a lot of people don't know it, but the tier 1 mic gear is actually quite good for tanking in Vanilla WoW. You can tank almost any raid in it and get away with it. Even Nax. So just something to know about Vanilla. All right, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to know anything about how to multi-box or about Lua? I wasn't prepared to teach a whole class because if I do teach a whole class, there will be prep and, you know, I'll actually try to do a good job of it. Promise. I accidentally unexpecto pulled a fairly dangerous pack. So I'm gonna lose some guys over this. But we're gonna survive. We still getting the one button anything video. Oh, you know what, dude? I'm so glad you said that because that is actually the highest value I have to add to people who may not be multi-boxing. And that's not going to be an interactive video. I'm going to make that video and it's going to be, you know, a produced video with actual preparation and code snippets that are ready to go. And yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because it makes me think that maybe people actually care about getting a one button anything macro. You know, one button warlock, one button mage, one button warrior. That's one of the best things about Vanilla WoW is the idea of the one button anything macro. You can distill your class down to one button, and by doing it, what that does for you is it turns every PvP fight into a strategic fire and maneuver fight instead of a let me find the right button to click at this moment fight. You can focus more on maneuver and outthinking your opponent. And once you get to that point, you get to the next level of PvP. When you can take out a lot of the housekeeping and technical button clicking, you can focus more on the strategic positioning, location, maneuver.
I was rewriting, or not rewriting, but restructuring a lot of my code, and I have one button warlock, fire mage, and hunter that don't use anything from super macro. It's just raw. You could use that function with no other add-ons. And it'll scorch 5 times. Fireball will re-scorch when it's like 25 seconds or something. The warlock will do all the curses above 10,000 health.
All right, so you have my promise. I am going to do that probably this weekend. I will be putting that out. Look for that. Make sure you like it when I put it out, and that will push it. What that does is it pushes it onto people's feeds. When the more likes that a video gets, and I'm not asking you to like all my videos, but the more likes that important videos get, the more likely that those videos are going to be pushed out onto the feed of somebody new, and they'll be able to discover, the fun of vanilla macros. And the reason we have to get people excited about vanilla macros is to move the community toward a constant pressure on Blizzard to not change anything, to release vanilla WoW in its original form, macros, everything according to its patch level. There you go. I want vanilla WoW to be, I don't care what patch level it is, from earliest to latest, I want it to be vanilla. I don't even care if it all distills down to 1.12. I still want it to be vanilla. I'll be happy. I don't want it to be Burning Crusade with protected functions. And so the more we can get people interested in this whole idea of, hey, wow, SM Extend.lua and Super Macro give me unlimited power to program my character. And don't think programming is an automatic I win button. It is not. Programming, and I have found out through hard-earned experience in arenas, programming only gets you part of the way there. You also need to leave yourself the option for decision making. And what I mean by decision making is you do not pop your trinket when you're immobilized. You pop your trinket when you need to pop your trinket. And you know, based on your arena experience, when you want to soak a trinket up, when you want to soak a crowd control up, and when you want to pop a trinket. You do not pop all your cooldowns when your cooldowns are ready. You know from arena experience when you want to pop all your cooldowns and when you want to just do attrition DPS. So nothing about one button macros is going to take the place of smart PvP, of smart players. Why, Todd, why are you talking about PvP? All I ever see you do is PvE. Well, the idea of multiboxing is very simple for me. My original idea for multiboxing was simply to get gear that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get so that I could go PvP. That's my ultimate reason for multiboxing, but again, I've kept myself from the last year from PvPing for the very simple reason that once I start, I can't stop. And I don't want to start quite yet.
Like on a mage, you'll have very few macros, but on a warrior, like you almost need only one button for PvP.
Yeah, I mean you do need a few buttons. You need an interrupt button. You need a burst button. You need a trinket button. because you don't want to pop those automatically. You don't want
like
you
that.
don't want to pop your interrupts automatically. You can pop an interrupt on spellcast, but smart players will feint with shitty spells so that you waste your interrupt. All right. So when you get to a high level of PvP, feinting is a very very big part of PvP. You want people to use their interrupts on spells that don't matter, and so you will feint for
Yeah.
that reason.
You want to talk about intensity? How about shadower deathing a sheep?
Shadow, shadow word deathing a sheep. No, I don't know anything about that.
If you in TBC, right, you're a disc priest or you're a shadow priest and a mage is sheeping you and your silence isn't up, you time the shadower death right, you get sheeped and then the damage breaks it.
Interesting.
That was always hilarious to do.
Very interesting. All right, guys. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to go too much deeper here tonight. I certainly don't want to do Shazza right now because he's such a pain in the ass, and I really don't need anything else from Molten Core. Let's be honest. A lot of my guys are fully geared up. The guys who aren't fully geared up, I don't even care about because I can kill all the bosses I want to kill. Next step for me. Next step for me is really getting serious about Razor Gore, and that is coming. I am going to get dead serious about Razor Gore, where I'm there all night, pull after pull, trying to figure it out. And I do believe that Razor Gore is going to go down. The other one, the other one I want to get serious about is not Osirian. The one I want to get serious about is Prophet Scarum inside of AQ40. I know that I can kill the Prophet Scarum, at least on this version of the server. I know I can kill Prophet Scarum because he doesn't do the mind control. Um, and I have the whole uh, tanking of the spawned clones of Scarum on lockdown. I know how I'm going to do that. I can back everybody up to keep the AoEs apart. It's going to happen. All right, Scarum is going to happen, but I do have to get a lot of motivation to do it. There's one thing I got to do first, and that's fix the healing. I know healing is broke, um, but I will do that at some point. But even before I fix the healing, I'm going to do the how to build your one button anything using super macro, and possibly copying from me, or maybe not even copying from me. I may try to do this from scratch and show you guys how to do stuff from scratch, but anyways. No, B Hicks. No, I'm not gonna do Shazra. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna actually not even finish this Molten Core. I'm going to pull Gargan tomorrow night. So see me tomorrow night. I'm gonna get on tomorrow night, and super fun tonight. Great talking to you guys. Hope Gaming Killer gets his shit up and gets going. Maybe he can message you, Dave. PC Crash, I'll be on tomorrow. I can multi-box, yay! Can you though? PC Crash, what's up, man? So, also, uh, if you could just get in touch with Dave and NJ3K, he can help you through a lot of this. There are other multi-boxers on Vanilla Gaming who can help you to see if they're on. I have to go to work tomorrow, um, and tomorrow night I think I'm free, and so I will be on again tomorrow night, guys. I bet 100 gold that I can, and okay, I will. Excellent, bro. I'll take that bet. If you can get your multi-box going, and you can show me that you got 5 guys running around killing things, I will give you 100 gold. Otherwise, blowjob. There you go, blowjob. It's serious,
Do you know?
bro.
Do you know how much DPS you need to kill Rag before spawns?
How much DPS do you need to kill Rag before spawns? If
Have you tested it, or do you know?
I just watched the video of the 38 frost mages. That'll tell you. But anyway, all you look, you know how long before the spawns, right? 2 minutes. So you simply need to make sure that you're on track. And I've already done it. I've already started Rag, and I've made sure that my DPS is on track to kill before the Sons of Flame come out. So I know that I can do it, but the problem is, can I do it if my guys are being fireballed into the lava and I'm not recovering very well? So I no BJ. Whoa! All right, 100 gold then. Almost as good as a BJ. Okay, well, that was fully inappropriate. San Francisco level session, but we'll be back tomorrow. It won't be so San Francisco, and we are going to do some AQ20 tomorrow night. We'll also do a GAR, but we'll do AQ20 tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll do some Osirian. We'll try to get the Anubisat Centrals on lockdown, clear that entire area of Sentinels, and yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then we'll get a good try at Osirian. So stay tuned, guys. Night.